How you doing, guys? Brian here. So today I'm gonna bring to you two of the most amazing SPAC plays of charging station companies that I'm playing and I'm adding to my long-term portfolio that I'm the most excited about, and they're so unique that I'm super excited to see the growth that these two companies are going to have. Number one is SNPR with Volta, and second one is CLII with EVgo. So to start, I'm going to talk about Volta. I'm going to go over what Volta is, and then I'm going to go over what EVgo is, and then I'm going to talk about the charts. Where can you buy? Where should you buy? Should you wait? And all of that stuff. So let's start with the video. Before I started though, I just want to say, if you played Neo today, that was a beautiful play. I feel like we caught the bottom and the top beautifully. So if you did, that's awesome. I did. I bought some calls and I made a little bit of money, extra money. So it's always exciting when plays work out perfectly. So let's get and talk about SNPR right now. So what is Volta and what are their unique features and why I think this is one of the best, charging station companies out there that I see a lot of future for. There's other ones out there like Blink and ChargePoint, right? And then EVbox or something like that. The reason why I like Volta SNPR is because they are advertising on their charging stations. So pretty much it's a charging station, and imagine two big panels, two big screens on each side. I mean, one on each side. Stores are going to be able to advertise in these screens. Like Netflix is going to be able to advertise, Facebook, every single person, Nike, whatever, they're going to be able to advertise in the screens. This is why this company is one of the most profitable companies right now per charging station. So they reported that their charging stations are being used 7 times more than the rest of other charging stations. I do not see any other charging station company doing advertisements like this. It's like when you go to a gas station and you see those little screens. These people are making money off of those ads. Now, this company is in the beginning stages. That's what I said. These companies are good for long-term growth. And if you have a long-term vision as an investor, this is a good opportunity to start putting money in these companies and then just leave it aside. So Volta is setting themselves for success. They have contracts with Amazon Fresh, the stores, as well as Whole Foods and other stores. So that means that Amazon Fresh and Whole Foods is putting these charging stations outside of their stores so that people with electrical vehicles go in there and charge their cars, right? They're already setting themselves for success if they're playing with the big players, like Amazon is huge. So can you imagine the future growth of this company down the line? So like I said, they already have advertisements with Netflix, Chase Bank, and many other big players. So they are already doing advertisement, and then I think they're growing. So this is one of the unique, most exciting things about this company. So what I like about their strategy is that they are offering the first 15 minutes for free. I'm not sure if it's 15 or how much it is. I think it's around 15 minutes. So they offer you your first 15 minutes free. So it's more appealing, right? So you're going to be appealed to go and use them. But then when you're in the store, you're going to take your time and you're going to use their services. So the first 15 minutes are free. And you know how free stuff usually is a really good strategy for selling stuff. And also that would appeal to a lot of people and it bring more customers in. So that's a really nice strategy that they're using. And they can do that because of the advertisement. They're getting paid for the advertisement. So, they're giving the first 15 minutes. I think it's an amazing strategy. So I like them for that. So President Joe Biden is extremely focused on electrical vehicles and going to zero emissions by 2035. Can you imagine the big push that we're going to have for electrical vehicles and clean energy in the US for the next 4 days at least? For the next 4 years at least? I mean, it's going to be crazy. Like, we have Democrats in the House now. And so you have to play the news. You have to play the politics. Everything you can to make the money. So right now, I'm extremely focused on clean energy. I'm extremely focused on electrical vehicles. I'm putting my money in electrical vehicles and innovation stocks because I believe that's where the focus is going to be for the next few years. So right now, you may not see growth at this exact moment, but if you just consistently put your money there aside every week, every month, $200, spread it around your stocks and stuff like that, and looking at the strongest candidates, right? Because there's so many of them coming out right now. Now, what's going to happen in the next few months and the next few years, and pretty soon, I guess, Tesla, you have NIO, you have Lucid Motors. They're all competing to make the cheapest electrical vehicle car. They're competing for that market, which doesn't exist at the moment, right? Like fully electrical vehicle that is cheap does not exist. Now, I feel like this is going to make cars more affordable and bring electrical vehicle cars to the awareness of regular people like you and me. Before 2020, I would have never thought about an electrical vehicle. Tell me in the comments below if you were thinking about electrical vehicles before. Now we're all thinking about electrical vehicles. Before, I didn't even know. I didn't even think about it. Why do you think we're all thinking about electrical vehicles now? It's been brought up to the attention. Tesla, with the huge run up in the stock market, all of this clean energy and whatever, we're now realizing there are electrical vehicles out there, and if you don't have one, you're staying behind. I feel like there's going to be a huge push for like electrical vehicles to lower their prices, and they're going to become more affordable and therefore more appealing to people like you and me or the average person. If there's more electrical vehicles out there, there's going to be a higher demand for electrical vehicle charging stations. So that's why I'm extremely bullish and confident about this play. You just have to play for the future. So we're not thinking about next week, we're thinking about a few years from now. And the momentum will start pretty soon. And like I said, the country itself is pushing for zero emissions by 2035. So this is happening. Charging stations and all that. This is going to be huge. This is going to be the revolution in a few years. So you want to be in it. Now, I want to talk about EVgo. After that, I'm going to look at the charts, both the charts, and I'll let you know what my opinion is on the charts, when you should buy and all that stuff. So let's talk about EVgo CLII. EVgo has one of the most exciting angles that they're approaching the market. And they're unique in this aspect. They're offering fast charging stations. Do you know how beautiful it feels when you charge your iPhone super fast? Can you imagine down the line where we have more electrical vehicles? Can you imagine Uber, Lyft offering electrical vehicles to their drivers? You get more credits, this and that, incentives for drivers. So you have a lot more drivers out there with electrical vehicles. So people like this are going to need fast charging. Travelers are going to need fast charging. That's their angle. They're approaching it this way. So they're unique in that regard. That's why I'm liking them a lot, because I know that this is going to be super necessary for like limo drivers or like Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, people that are traveling, stuff like that. So like fast charging is an amazing thing. So I really think this company has a big future, and they're approaching it differently. They're setting themselves uniquely in the market, just like Volta is doing. That's why I chose this too, because I believe these two have a huge future. Although they're small right now, they have a really nice and appealing future. And for us, that means profits if you start buying now. So EVgo is partnering with Tesla, Nissan, Kia, Hyundai, GM, and also BMW. Now, BMW is offering credits. For when you buy a car, they give you like a $100, $200, $300 charging credit so that you can use at EVgo. So that means that you buy a brand new car and they give you a card. What are you going to do with this? You're going to use it, right? You're not going to just leave it there. You're going to use it. So you go to an EVgo charging station. You use it for a few times. You're going to start liking them, right? Charging, fast charging. And then most of these people are going to become customers maybe. So we have exposure there, and we can have, I think that's an amazing strategy that they're using to advertise their charging stations. I really love it. Just like Volta, EVgo will be placing their charging stations at, malls, stores like Stop and Shop, Tesla, and all of that. I can already picture the future of all these stores having charging stations there, all of them, right? Like the big stores. This is gonna be the future, guys. You can't escape it, right? You can't escape it. It's coming. So we should start investing now. All right, so that was simple information for both of those two. There's obviously a lot more technicals that we can go over, but I don't want to make this video too long. But these companies are amazing, so I'm just starting to like invest in them slowly and putting my money in there, and it's amazing. I'm already excited about them. Now let's talk about the charts and see where you can buy them if you haven't bought them yet. If you have, let me know down in the comments below. What is your average? Okay, so the first chart we're going to be looking at is EVgo with CLII. So right now I have identified over here my support and resistance areas for the following few days. Now, in order to start buying, I want to see the price drop to 12.34 again. I know this can happen, and it's probably going to happen pretty soon. So definitely expect that. We could also have a bounce back around here, around 12.64. But I think the strongest support that we're going to be able to see from now on is going to be 12.34. So I would wait until it comes down to around 12.34 to buy more. Right now I have already some shares, but I want to add more to my position. Eventually we're going to start seeing growth that we're not going to be able to stop, right? But for now, it's trading like this before the merger happens. If you can draw these two lines on your Webull, you can't on Robinhood, but at least you can write them down on a piece of paper. These are important. If you want to buy more of this, just have them next to you. Now, if you want to get Webull, I have my link down below that you can click and get 2 free stocks for around $1,850 for free if you're lucky enough. Okay, now we're going to look at SNPR Volta. For SNPR Volta, it's super easy, to be honest with you. Right now we're around 1080, so there's nowhere to go but up, right? Today we had a huge spike to 11.36. This thing is going to spike again. You thought that was the end of it? It's at the bottom. The support is around 10.67 right now. So if you want to buy, look at it during pre-market hours. So look for a bounce off around this line right here. I'm calling it already. So that's where I'm going to be adding tomorrow. Hopefully I'm able to exit some of my other losing plays. Well, not losing plays, but some of my other plays so I can put more money in here. At some point, we were at $19. That's when the hype happened. $19. And then it came down, to 10 again. So it's pretty low right now. So you want to buy around here. This is a safe place to buy at $10. That's how much this stock is worth right now as a blank check, which is SNPR. So that's it. So that's my plan for SNPR and CLII, EVgo, and Volta. 2 amazing and beautiful companies that I have a lot of faith for the future. So that was it for this video. Subscribe if you like content like this, and let's help each other out. If you have any suggestions for electrical vehicle stocks or any energy stocks that you feel like is going to do really well in 2021 and the next few years, comment it down below and let's help each other out. Let's bring them to the light. Maybe I look at them and do a video on them. So like I said, let's help each other out. So good luck trading tomorrow, and peace out.